Hi all and welcome to another guide for Palia. In this video we are going to show you all cooking recipes that can be unlocked through increasing your friendship with villagers. There are of course many other recipes that can either be found or unlocked, be it through quest or exploration. But today we focus on villagers' homes and friendship. Let's start in Kilima and with the villagers that live there. There are two recipes that can be found at the Daya family farm. The first one is for apple pie. In order to learn this recipe, you need to reach friendship level 3 with Delilah and complete either her quest, Berry Blues or Fertile Ground. This will allow you to access Delilah's and Bowder's room where the recipe book is located. When you enter the room, you can see a green book laying on the counter. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for apple pie. Another recipe that can be found at the farm is the one for bacon stuffed mushrooms. It doesn't have any requirements to be learned, but since we're already here, let us show you where you can get it. Go to the farm's kitchen and look for a blue book on a small table. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for bacon stuffed mushrooms. Let's head into town and to the Ormus Inn for another two recipes. The recipe for Sernuk noodle stew can be learned after reaching friendship level 3 with Ashura. To gain access to his room, you have to accept his quest Capable Courier. Once you have the key, enter his room, which is located on the top floor. Look for a blue book located on the windowsill. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for Sernuk noodle stew. The next recipe is cream of tomato soup. Once again, you'll need to reach friendship level 3, this time with Reth. Accept his quest, Piece of Cake, in order to gain access to his storeroom, which is located under the inn. Once you enter the storeroom, you can see a blue book on the table to your right. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for cream of tomato soup. Our next stop is the library. This is where you can learn the recipe for creamy carrot soup. Fortunately, you only need to reach friendship level 1 with Kaleri and complete her quest Manners to gain access to this recipe. After completing the quest, you will receive a library card in your mail. Oh, by the way, if you gave Kaleri the wrong answer when completing the quest, you can still receive the card after giving her a gift. Once you have received the library card, head to the library and locate a green book on the upper shelf in the library's study nook. This is where you will often find Kenyatta. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for creamy carrot soup. The last location in town is Seki's house. Here you can find the recipe for crab gumbo. In order to gain access to his room, you will need to reach friendship level 3 with Seki and complete his quest Magical Mystery Machine. Once you can enter Seki's room, look for a blue book on his desk. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for crab gumbo. The next recipe is not really bound to any location, but to one of Gina's friendship quests. The recipe that can be unlocked is the one for cream of mushroom soup. To get it, you will have to reach friendship level 4 with Gina and accept her quest Cheer Up. While on this quest, you will need to talk to Hekla, who in turn will teach you the recipe for cream of mushroom soup. Our last stop in Kilima is Einar's cave. This is where you can find the recipe for trout dinner. In order to access his cave, you need to reach friendship level 3 with Einar and accept his quest The Pebble. Once you enter his cave, you can find a blue book on top of a barrel on the left hand side. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for trout dinner. Now let's head over to Bahari Bay. There are two recipes that can be found at Hodari's and Najuma's house. The first recipe is the one for hot hounds. In order to learn this recipe, you need to reach friendship level 3 with Hodari and complete his quest, Big Family Blow Up. Once you can access his room, locate a blue book on top of a crate in the corner. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for hot hounds. Another recipe that can be found at Hodari's and Najuma's house is the one for loaded potato soup. It doesn't have any requirements to be learned, but since we're here already, let us show you where you can get it. Go to the kitchen and look for a blue book on the dining table in the middle of the room. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for loaded potato soup. Let's head to our last location, Hassian's Grove. Here you can find a recipe for fried catfish dinner. In order to learn this recipe, you need to reach friendship level 3 with Hassian and accept his quest, Room for Improvements. Once you can access Hassian's Grove, look for a blue book just next to the campfire in the middle. Interact with it and you'll learn the recipe for fried catfish dinner. And that were all the cooking recipes you can unlock when improving your friendship with the various villagers. Make sure to check our channel for more secret recipes and quests, as well as other useful guides and showcases. If you like what we do, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe and give us a thumbs up.